All right, so the next question is, what would you say to a teacher who says, I don't have enough time to implement tapping?
I mean, I would tell them to reconsider because we have found that we've gained a lot more time and it's a much more calmer room.
And it takes like 1 minute
Yeah,
of your time.
like giving
Less
up.
than that,
Yeah,
even sometimes.
Would you say that once they start being able to identify their feelings and then they tap on it and let it go, their bodies are responding quicker
oh,
and then
yeah.
they're able to get back to instruction
Oh, yeah.
faster?
And then we don't have to do that piece for them,
They do it on
so
their
it
own.
saves us time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Um, what would you say to a teacher who is quite unsure how to do the sequence of tapping or what to say when they first get started?
To wing it because that's what I did at first. But I would just say the main points that I always tried to remember, even when I didn't know what I was doing, is you always start with even though, and you want to ask them how they're feeling because you want to encourage them to identify their emotions. So, and you always recognize how they're feeling, but pull them back to the reality of the situation. So they might be really upset, but this is my reality. My reality is I'm okay. And you always end with I'm safe at school and I'm loved and I'm going to get back on task right now. And so those are the main parts. Everything else you can kind of,
Add in.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
I know I keep saying awesome, because it's just so awesome.
Yeah.
Here we go. What other benefits have you seen either by or have you heard of other staff members using the tapping in their classrooms or administrators or even Miss Gia or anything like that?
Well, I've heard in second grade they're doing it every morning or doing it throughout the day, like after lunch or, after those exciting times during the day. And they've noticed a big difference in their classroom, like the whole environment, and just like out in school too. Just like not just in their classrooms, but out on the playground or just out on the like when I go to bus duty, I've seen a lot more calmer students because they do tapping in their classrooms. Yeah.
And then there's parents too that were interested in it that they said they do at home. So instead of just sending their kid to their room as a punishment or consequence or whatever, they do the tapping first and they talk about that. Some of the I think it was PTA parents or something. Yeah. Miss Jube and I were talking to them in front of the school. Yeah.
That's awesome. I just heard today that one of the girls on campus that had a panic attack, her mom researched the EFT tapping, and her mom took a couple classes on it and then taught her how to self-regulate. And she was standing up in front of the whole school. The original trigger that she had was she had to stand up in front of the whole school with her award. She was up there as the president, I believe, giving a running the whole program with the microphone, and I found that out today.
Nice.
That's
So
amazing.
I know,
That's
it's
amazing.
so great that when the parents start implementing it at home, right?
Yeah.
So, well, I just want to thank you for your time. Is there anything else you want to say about tapping or EFT?
It's amazing.
It works.
It works. It's amazing. We see the difference. You know, other people will see it, and then as the years go by, hopefully everybody will start doing it, and we won't need any kind of
like specific self-regulation lessons. We won't have to like set time aside for that. This kind of takes care of itself, and I think it creates a sense of community too, because even the kids that don't want to do it for themselves, they want to do it for their friend or their peer in the classroom. So I think and if maybe they have trouble identifying in themselves a feeling or emotion, but they can identify it in somebody else, so they will go help the other kid. So.
And then also, as you tap for others, isn't it helping yourself too, right? So it's going to be helping both or whoever it is.
So what I hear you saying also is that even if certain students in the room are a little resistant to the tapping, because everybody else is tapping, it shifts the energy level of the room and it still gets calmer.
Yes.
Because most students are willing
Majority of the students do it and like it. And the few that are resistant, even though they're not doing it, the whole room has calmed down anyway. So.
Steve and Brian, can you